There is 60% of our country now that has only one dream, which is to get better. And we need to give them a pathway to doing that. And the pathway is through food. Food is medicine. It treats us in different ways, and it treats our health.
Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. joining West Virginia Governor Patrick Morrisey yesterday to further the Make America Healthy Again movement, touting the idea that food is medicine. Will other states follow suit?
Here to react, White House senior advisor Calley Means. Calley, it's always great to have you back on Fox and Friends Weekend. So tell us about what he was doing in West Virginia and why this is so groundbreaking.
What Secretary Kennedy is showing is that making America healthy isn't complicated. It just takes political courage that no administration previously has had. Now, food stamp, SNAP, is the fourth largest entitlement program in the country. It's $120 billion. And it's run by the states. And governors can ask the federal government what ingredients should be on it. And right now, Rachel, the top item on food stamps is soda. We are sending $10 billion a year from the federal treasury to soda companies to subsidize that drink for lower income kids. So what Bobby Kennedy, President Trump, and Secretary Rowlands have done in partnership is ask governors to request a federal waiver. The most obese state in the country, West Virginia, the governor bravely submitted this waiver. Many governors from Utah to Arkansas to Louisiana are following. And this is clear leadership against the soda lobbyist for American children and just the start of the administration's efforts to make America healthy.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it's truly extraordinary to think of the idea that, good government, even, liberals who think the government is the answer to everything, but yet the government is actually subsidizing obesity in many places by allowing food stamps to be used for these things.
I think this is a key part of the Make America Healthy Again agenda. I mean, people ask, you had Mike Bloomberg and Michelle Obama, and is this the same as that? No, they were talking about soda taxes. They were talking about top-down mandates. What the Trump administration, Secretary Kennedy, Secretary Rowlands are saying is let's cut the subsidies. It's not conservative, it's not liberal, it just makes no sense to have a $10 billion subsidy for soda. And then when you back up to the incentives of our food system, of our healthcare system, we are truly incentivizing poison for kids, and then the healthcare industry profits when they're sick. So they're going to go after that, and they're going to go after transparency. If Americans have the right information and they don't have subsidies to do the wrong thing, I think we'll be in a much better place.
Such a great point.
Yeah, and the other initiative that RFK Jr. is working on right now is called Operation Stork Speed, which is an initiative that will look into making sure that baby formula is as safe and healthy as possible. I know that a lot of young parents right now really feel like European formulas are safer than American. So first of all, is that true? And also, what can you tell us about the safety and health of formulas out there right now that are sold in the United States?
This is so important. One of the top donors to the American Academy of Pediatrics is formula companies that are saying sometimes formula is more safe than breast milk. This is a scandal. Moms are super frustrated. But the votes of MAHA moms have led the Trump administration to really take these issues on. Right now, soybean farmers lobby to require seed oils in our baby formula. In the most popular baby formula in America, corn syrup is the #1 ingredient. This is a total scandal. So big news this week. Marty McCary was voted in as the FDA commissioner, and he's going to go hard at this and demanding that U.S. formula is the safest and best in the world for American children.
You know, Calley, I can't think of a more important topic. You and I have talked about the importance of breastfeeding. This week at the White House, Donald Trump said he wants to be the fertilization president. I hope you guys push breastfeeding, which is always best for both spiritual, physical, and nutritional reasons. And maybe he'll become the breastfeeding president. That would be amazing.
Rachel, there are so many great things happening, and I think you're going to have an unrelenting flurry of good news. But I know the administration is thinking very carefully about the holistic cause of our fertility crisis. Why are people becoming infertile in the first place?
Yes.
What are the links between food and our environmental toxins? How can we help mothers, have more babies? There's been an attack on motherhood from the Biden administration, and this is going to be the most pro-mother, pro-baby administration in history.
Oh.
And
Wow.
no, men are not capable of breastfeeding, just to be clear.
No, it's not chest feeding, it's breastfeeding for a reason.
And what you said is something that all parents, no matter your political affiliation, can get behind.
Yeah.
Calley, thank you so much for joining us this
Great to see
morning and
you.
laying it all out for us.
Every day, MAHA gets better. Thank you, Calley. Appreciate it.
Hey, it's Will Kane. Click here to subscribe to the Fox News channel on YouTube. It's the best way to get our latest interviews and highlights. And click to subscribe to the Will Kane podcast for full episodes right now.